Hey folks, wanted to review Star Trek Timelines. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I don't know if I'd classify myself as a Trekkie because while I'm a huge fan of the shows and the movies, the lore, like the books and everything, because I know that the story is continued, I'm not 100% familiar with it. It's one thing I've been meaning to do. I just love, the setting of Star Trek and the potential of humanity and what we could strive for. I think that's what endears me. So it's developed and published by Disruptor Beam, and yeah, so let's just jump right to it. Have your crew that you could then upgrade, and you can purchase more, or by completing quests your roster will fill up. You could also buy additional room, because here I'm at the 25 of 25, and there's a wide variety of different characters. Some are really well known, others are a little more obscure, and they hail from, looks like, all of Star Trek's franchises, and then some. So like this, this version of Alexander, or there's Acting Ensign Crusher, and you have actually different Crushers and different versions of the same character. And you also get resources by completing missions through sending shuttles. So it's either it'll give you a percentage of how well you're doing, and you send off your crew, and then once it's completed, you reap the rewards, or you fail like I just did here. Spock, Data, and Barclay. God damn it, broccoli. Let's see, what am I doing here? Yeah, so this is, Claiborne Chekhov. So I actually have no idea if this is a just made up one, or if this is a real version that's appeared in some sort of fanfic or anything of Chekhov. I know there was a Claiborne Data, which is when he went to the holodeck, and then Frank Hollander or whatever. Like, so anyways, I'm sure somebody who's more fluent. Like my Trek memory is kind of rusty. I do watch Star Trek The Next Generation over and over, and I'm sad that they just took it off Netflix, but that is the unfortunate reality for me. And I've been honestly, like, I just rewatched Star Trek The Next Generation. So you upgrade your character by equipping certain items, and if you don't have them, it'll tell you where to go get them if they're available at this point. So here we are going on a mission. And you know what, I like the graphics. They might not look that great because right now, because I am recording from my iPhone onto my iMac, and it just seems like that's the resolution. So in this case here, we're not even going through a mission, we're just buying it from the KCA, which is a faction. And I'm not going to go too much into what the story is, because I want you guys to experience it for yourselves if this is a game that looks interesting to you. I'm trying to give as little story as possible. Just the kind of the mechanics of what's going on. So it's like you have your shuttle missions where you send off crew. You have away team missions, which I will show you also, and you have space battles. Those are the three main legs, and you can upgrade your characters and so on and so forth. It's pretty intense, and you visit all these different planets, and you interact with other characters from the Trek universe. It's great. Like, I really enjoy this aspect of the game. It scratches that itch. Like, it's not an overly deep game, but it's surprisingly robust in the sense that you have your away teams that you can send out, and it's highly customizable. Like, when you go on to missions, or even if you're in a space battle, who are you helming the spacecraft can affect your bonuses or your stats. So it's I didn't say it was like, so I mentioned how it wasn't deep, but it's certainly diverse, I guess would be the right word. And my dog just started going crazy. I apologize. I do not want to start recording this again. But yeah, so now we're going to engage in a type of, I believe it's a battle that I just clicked on. I think so. Yeah. So here's the battle against Lursa. And it's important to note, so the controls for a space battle are fairly straightforward. So you have the three buttons on the bottom that you essentially press once the timer's down. The flying is done automatically, so I'm not controlling this, which would have been kind of cool, but I think that's, for what they're going for in this game, that's not what they wanted to do as a design purpose or design feature. So here I beat Lursa pretty good. My ship, you know, like I've got some good guys helming it, and they're pretty strong relative to what it was normally. So I'm going, this is an actual mission that was in the past. I think episode 1. And yeah, so now I've got, so here is your different episodes. Those are your missions and timelines. So I'm already on episode 4, but like I say already, but it's like, it's a real grind, and that's one of the cons. One of the cons of the game, which I'll get to in a few moments. So here we're going to do a away mission. So we select our crew based on the stats that are required in the top part of the field. So we know that, you know, we need somebody that's a good command, good diplomacy, and a good engineer. We also need somebody that knows how to shoot. And essentially you choose your guy that you want to complete that part of the mission, and you know, your choices do affect the outcome. So it's kind of like almost like a choose your own story game as well, where obviously you can go back and replay these missions because that's how you're going to level up if you're not buying anything. But it's also a good way of getting items to equip to your characters. So, and then here we let the calculations go through. And I've played the same missions over and over and over again because I'm trying to acquire different items and also level up my guys. But because you want to equip your characters with each slot that they have available, so that you can further then upgrade them. So they start off where you can go, you can level them up from 0 to 10, and then once you have a person equipped with all their slots, you can then unlock the next tier where you can level up the person to level 20, and then I don't know how far it goes. The max I've gone to, I think Picard or Riker might be my higher ranked guys, where I think they might be at 27, 28. So I'm assuming that it keeps going up, but what it is that these items can be pretty hard to find. They're given to you randomly based on certain missions. So like here, I just got that Dom Jock Q. I have no idea what that's used for. I'm assuming a guy that I will acquire later will use it, but right now it's kind of just sitting there, whereas I need stuff. Right now I'm trying to upgrade Chekhov because I need to get my science better in order to complete another mission to further the story. Now there is a quicker way of doing this, which is going and buying, like, you know, premium rewards, but that requires dilithium. Or you can try your chance at spinning the double wheel. Or you can always purchase, you know, more credits, but the credits cost dilithium, and dilithium is the only way I've noticed is to pay money for it. And as you can see, it's pretty expensive for what you get. So like you're paying a good amount. And here's the double wheel. So I've already spun it for 5,000 credits. If I wanted to spin it again, it would cost 10 dilithium. And I did the quick math, and it's like, you know, it ends up being like a couple bucks per person that you'd want to acquire, and it's just like it gets expensive. Like, holy crap! Like you saw there, I think it was like $69.99 for 1,000 dilithium, and it's just this. So if you don't buy dilithium, your game will be a grind, where you're continuously going to past missions. And redoing them to level up your guys and to acquire more items. Whereas here, if you just spend dilithium and you get like the more powerful versions of these different characters, you'd then be able to progress quicker. Then here you have an ability where you can actually upgrade your ship. So you saw my rinky-dink ship, which you know, just had the saucer section and like the propeller engines or whatever you friggin' call them. But you can obviously acquire parts to build better ships. You could also here spend money to give boost to your away team missions. And that's essentially the game in a nutshell. I think it's a great game. As I mentioned, one of the cons is that it gets to be a grind unless you invest some dilithium, and the only way to get dilithium from what I have seen so far is to pay for it. I'm not really prepared to invest money in an iOS game like this. It's a great game, don't get me wrong. I love it. I'm going to continue playing the game, but I don't think I can see myself paying for this at all. Like, it's just fun game, great. I love like the animations, the little comments that the characters give you, which, because my phone was hooked into my computer to record, the sound for some reason doesn't come out. That's what that is. So I highly suggest, if you're a fan of Star Trek, to take a look, download this game, check it out. It's a wonderful game. Real surprised and happy to see it. And let me know what you think.